Well, good afternoon, friends. Good afternoon. Or should I say good morning or good evening, depending on where you are. But for us here in Alberta, it's a great, a little bit overcast afternoon, but I love this. It's a kind of relaxing, actually. Welcome. Welcome to another episode of the Conversations with Dune and Friends. And today we have a fabulous and wonderful and just fantastic friend joining us here for an hour and a bit. I don't know, this being a Friday, we'll probably run even longer than an hour, and who knows until our client meetings have to, kind of comes up in our schedule here. But we're going to hear from and spend time with Dahlia Wakefield today. So let me just do a quick introduction of Dahlia's background so that you know who it is that you're hearing from, and you're going to appreciate a little bit about the context here. So for the folks that are watching out there, folks, if you can, I see there, look at that. We already have Tammy chiming in here. Tammy already says, before I even introduce you yet, Dahlia Grace Wakefield is a wonderful and talented musician. Absolutely, we agree. And so much more than that. So let me just do a quick introduction here before we have Dahlia join us on stage here. A little bit of country and a whole lot of rock and roll describes this award-winning powerhouse singer-songwriter Dahlia Wakefield. Like many artists from humble beginnings, Dahlia was raised in a small rural town of Maidstone, Saskatchewan. Now, she left when rock and roll and the bright lights of the city of Edmonton, Alberta, beckoned. Now, with the grit and of Kelly Clarkson and the power of Carrie Underwood and the soulful vocals of Ann Wilson of Hearts, and Dahlia really is quite excited to release her first single in a very long time called You Don't Get to Win. Dahlia, pronounced like DALE-yuh. So Dahlia, also a vocal and beginner coach. So she does vocal coach as well as piano coaching for the past 10 years, and is currently working on a brand new a 3-song country EP with the producer Rob Hewes, and who has also produced much of the Dirt Road Angels albums, in fact. And her first single off the EP is an upbeat country and rock tune called You Don't Get to Win, which was released on June 20th. And to all the digital streaming platforms, it was co-produced by Alan Tymofichuk, who also played guitar on the songs, and also included in the other 2 members of her cover band, Dahlia and The Villains. Now, Steve McGonigle and on bass, and Ben Samuels on drums, and she wrote the song with her dear friend Bobbi-Jayne Stacey, who also lent her vocal talent on this song, but unfortunately lost her battle with cancer on Mother's Day. Now, this was her story, and You Don't Get to Win is dedicated to anyone battling cancer, but unfortunately, ultimately, is a tribute to Bobbi, and very strong woman who fought a valiant battle right to the very end. Now, a graduate of the Grant MacEwan music program, Dahlia has been the finalist in several international competitions with her original songs, and released her 3 solo albums and 3 singles, Let's Talk About Love, all the way to Heaven and Unsatisfied. Now, she also released her 3 albums with the Dirt Road Angels, a country rock band that she has been performing with for the past 7 years. Now, they have been nominated as the ACMA Group and Fans' Choice of the Year for the past 5 years in a row, and have also had the opportunity to open for well-known Canadian and U.S. country acts, including Sammy Kershaw, Colin Ray, Aaron Tippin, Brett Kissel, Chat Brownlee, the Road Hammers, Cure Isabel, High Valley, Aaron Pritchett, and many more. And they have also released several big videos and 9 singles to Canadian country radio with their songs Extra Dirty and their latest single, Close to Home, hitting #1 on the Euro chart. Now, Dahlia has been performing in various bands and talented guitarist and singer Alan Tymofichuk for the past 20 years. And they started out together in the trio The X Factor with Al Dobish in 2000 for 10 years, in fact. And then as a duo act called the Dahlia and Alan Duo. And more recently as a trio with Stacey Springfall in the Threes Co. And as well as the Dirt Road Angels, aka DRA, and a cover band called Dahlia and the Villains throughout Alberta for the past several years, and having a blast doing so, and except during COVID time, of course. And however, because of the rock band Heart is in Dahlia's favorite band, her latest pet project is Brigade, Edmonton's Heart tribute band, with their debut in October 2018 to packed venues back then. And Dahlia also enjoys singing and solo at various retirement homes throughout Alberta. She finds it really rewarding to see seniors appreciate her singing, and really touches her heart. Now, music has always been and will always be Dahlia's passion, and music is her life, is who she is, and she is in it for the long haul, my friends, and looks forward to a lifetime of making music, and we are happy about that. And so with that wonderful introduction, folks, let's help me in a warm welcome to Dahlia Wakefield. So, Dahlia, welcome and thank you for joining us today, my friend. And how is the weather where you are? You're all the way over there in Edmonton, and I'm in Sherwood Park here. How's it going, my friend?
It's going well. Thank you for having me. Yeah, it's not that nice out, but oh well, that's okay. This is Alberta. The sun will start shining in about 10 minutes.
Yeah. There's a lot of love online for you already here. Aww. Coming in, comments streaming in. Sheila, one of your bandmates, is giving you hearts here, my friend. Of course, I featured before Tammy's comment there. Let me just, before we begin, let me just kind of show some comments here, just to engage the viewers here. Sheila giving you hearts and hugs there, my friend. And Real Fagnon also chimed in and saying hi. And Sheila says, love you, and so on. You have lots and lots of friends and bandmates and fans out there watching. And so tell us. Do you have a story that sort of bridged the gaps of the intro there? I mean, I walked through the bio for our viewers, but what are your thoughts? Any interesting thing about your background that you want to share before we get into sharing some music videos and some conversations and questions and whatnot? What are your thoughts? Your background? Tell us what brought you here today.
Well, you asked me for one thing, and
yeah.
Well, I don't know where to begin. A lot of people don't know that I was actually born in the Philippines, and I came to Canada as a baby with my mom, and to live with my dad, and so I was there in the Philippines in February, but right before COVID, the height of it hit. So I was very thankful to have been able to visit my home country, and I have family there, so that I hadn't seen in many, many moons. So, but one day I hope to actually perform there. I didn't actually get to perform, but I'd like to perform my own music there. That would be really, really awesome.
Yeah. We have Linda Janot here, who is one of your students, and frankly, she mentioned this morning to me she just loves you to pieces, my friend, and she sees you as a great mentor and role model for her in music, and yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thanks. Hi.
Yeah.
It's Shyla, not Sheila.
Shyla. I'm so sorry, Shyla.
What's that?
I said, I'm sorry, Shyla.
It's okay. She just like her. My name gets mispronounced a lot.
Mhm.
A lot of people like to say Dahlia or Dahlia or Delia or
Mm.
Delilah, but it's Dahlia.
Dahlia.
I
Wonderful.
pronounce it that way. Yeah, because my dad
Wonderful.
did. So.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for just starting off here. We're going to be here for an hour and a bit, folks. So the viewers and listeners out there, please grab a coffee or a tea or your favorite drink and whatnot. And yeah, there you go. We're going to have a real,
Cheers.
yeah, cheers.
There's nothing in this, I promise.
So tell us. Obviously, your heart and your soul is all music is a big part of that. How many bands in all of the sort of bands that you've been? What's the maximum, the highest number of bands that you've been in at the same time? I know you know kind of switch different projects, but if you had to say, there was a high of what, 4 or 5? How many bands would you say you might be at any given time in the past?
Well, consistently, probably 5. Yes.
Mm.
But I do get hired as a backup vocals for other bands as well sometimes, or
Mm-hmm.
fill-ins, and so like with Hey Romeo in the past, and with Brass Bedpost, their
Mm-hmm.
band, and yeah, so you got to do what you got to do.
That's right. Yeah. There
And I
you.
love singing, so yes, and I love learning. I love music, and
Yeah.
so I'll do it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. So wonderful, wonderful. So tell us, do you have a story that sort of stands out in all of your musical career so far, playing and singing in all of these different bands? Do you have a story to kind of start us off here? Just top of mind story that you want to share? A funny story, an interesting story, a poignant story that sort of stands out in your musical career so far. Before we share some music and some websites and things like that.
None of my stories are interesting or funny, so actually, let's see here. Well, I guess I could share the one where I was with the band The X Factor, and we did the Noki Fest in Oregon,
Mm-hmm.
and I was performing with Al Dobish and Alan Tymofichuk, and we had a few hired guns there, and it was a great festival. We had a lot of fun, and it was hotter than hell,
Mm.
and it was they treated us so well. And it was kind of like my first taste of doing a festival in another country, so that was really cool.
Yeah.
And the thing is that it was just as quickly as it started. It was done, and I was sad to go, but it was a great experience. And then when I was awakened the next day after we had gone home, I was awakened by a phone call from my boss, and I'm like, oh my God, was I supposed to be at work? Because I thought I had an extra day. And she's like, turn on the news.
Mm.
And I'm like, because she was like, are you okay? Are you home? I said, yeah. And she said, turn on the news. And then we got back basically on September 10th, 2001. So
Wow.
yeah, just the day before
Yeah.
the world changed,
Yeah.
right? So, and yeah, it was that was very eye-opening and scary time, but I'm just glad that we were able to experience that. But then I also wasn't really fond of that job. It was very stressful. I was a call taker, and dealing with stressful situations, and I'm a very sensitive person, and I I tend to bring that crap home, and I don't like. It's not good to do that. So I quit that job because life is
Mm-hmm.
too short to be at a job that you don't really like. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got
Well,
to
thank
follow
you for
your heart.
absolutely. You see, you said you didn't have any specific story that stands out. That's a great story. Thank you for sharing
Oh,
that
well,
to
thank
kick us off
you.
here.
I have
I
lots
want to.
more boring stories.
There you go. I want to share a video, Simple Things. It sounds like it's a single. Tell us about that before I cue it up here, and let's listen to the whole thing. Tell us about this simple thing.
Okay, well, that was off of my second album called Down This Road. And basically, it's all about just appreciating the little things in life. You don't need a lot of money to be able to be happy, you
Hmm.
know? And the one thing about this whole coronavirus thing has taught me is, you do have to, cherish those moments and, the simple things in life.
You bet. I'm going to roll it. And could you tell me if you can hear it? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it. Tap your ear if you can't hear it. So I'm going to just hit play here. Here you go. Hopefully we get the sound.
It's not the money in our bank account. It's not how big our house is. It's not how many possessions we own. It's just how big our heart is. It's the simple things that count. It's the simple things that count, yeah. It's not the fancy cars we drive or the designer clothes we wear. It's not the expensive vacations we take. It's just how much we really care. It's the simple things that count. It's the simple things that count. Some struggle just to stay alive. Some live their lives with jealousy and greed. Sometimes fairness isn't in the equation. And I give thanks for what I have, and I have what I need. I've learned to value what's important. The price tag doesn't matter to me, no. Money, money, money can't buy happiness or love. 'Cause the simple things are It's the simple things that It's the simple things that count. It's what's inside that really counts. It's the simple things that count, yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you for
Thank you.
thank you for sharing that with our viewers and with myself and those who are watching later. And so tell us maybe a bit of a backstory on that. Tell us more about that video.
Well, actually, wow, that video is so old to me because my kids are so young there. Um, Jasmine is now 13 and Jade is 10, turning 11 next month. And so it looked like they were, just wee ones then. Um, I just wanted that to be my single, and a friend of mine said, "Hey, let's put together a video for this." So she did, and she did a great job. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's the one she picked off of the album. Actually, I said, "Which one did you want?" I didn't even pick it, so she was the one who picked that one. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm. I'm hoping you can see all those comments that I'm featuring on
hi
screen
James.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
So
for putting those on there.
yeah, yeah. So we have We have about 11 viewers watching live right now, and I'm sure it climbs up as people are able to take their lunch here and join us. And certainly many, many more hundreds of people watch afterwards and whatnot. And so for those who are able to watch it live here, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for commenting, because we really want this to be a community connection thing. And this is a great opportunity for you to connect and, express your appreciation and thoughts for your favorite artists. And today at Dahlia, it's all about you, my friend. So tell us, where would you like to go next? Do you have a story of an interesting story where it's a bit of a low light in your musical career, where you say, oh, that was a really, we all have painful stories and careers and whatnot. I'm curious if you have one that you could share, where you could leave the names of the innocent out of it, but kind of say, folks, if you're going to get into music, you're going to have to obviously endure some of the hardships along the way. Do you have a story like that to share? Anything top of mind? It might not be the best story. It might be not, but whatever is top of mind at the moment, do you have one to share?
Oh, there's so many of them. There are. That's the thing. To be a musician, you have to be willing to take criticism. And, I remember, I guess I could say that my first taste of disappointment was probably not winning this karaoke contest, because I kind of had a string of wins.
Mhm.
And I was like 18, and so I traveled out of town for this one, and I don't know, I think there was a little bit of fixing, but oh well, that's okay, whatever. But I didn't win, and I was so devastated, and I was just, because I gave it my all. But you win some, you lose some. That's just what it is.
You bet.
And
The world has the world has bigger plans for you than karaoke contests, it seems like.
yeah, that was back in the day. But no, there have been gigs that have netted us like the total of one person in the audience. Or and you put so much into this, and it's like, where is everybody? So it's really hard for some of us musicians. It takes a lot of time and effort to promote these things, and we really do appreciate when you guys show up. And unfortunately, we're not doing hardly anything right now. Things are starting to open back up again, thank God. But it's a different world, and it's going to be interesting, because I've been kind of accustomed to some of these online shows, and it's just interesting that that became the norm for a while. And my very first Facebook Live show that I did on my own, I was so nervous. I was like, oh my God. And it's really weird, because I don't normally really get that nervous anymore. I used to. Oh my goodness, yeah. I used to, be almost physically ill before performances, because I was so shy. I was so shy when I was younger. I really was.
Yeah.
But the more you get on stage, the more the nerves die out, or you just have a drink to take off the edge. And
There you go. Hey, there's some more comments and love from the viewers there. Stephanie Harp, you see the comment on screen there. It says, she is just incredible as an artist and friend. And she did that all in all caps, my friend. She,
caps.
Imagine you have to go shift and then S and shift. And she did a lot of work to give you that message, my friend, of love.
Oh, what a sweetheart. Thank you. Stephanie's awesome herself.
We have Linda chiming in again here. Yeah. If you can read it, then I will let you read it.
I can, yes.
If you can't, I certainly can read it out for you. But question, are you holding the camera with your one arm, or
yeah,
is it on it?
One, and I'm doing a whole bunch of things. I'm multitasking right now.
Oh, wow. So your arm is going to be sore by the time we go with an hour and a half here, my friend.
That's okay.
Your arm's going to be sore.
I've got a music stand here, and I got my computer here if I need to, take a little bit of. There we go. See, I'll just take a little bit of a break.
There you go. Look at that. so wonderful. Let's see here. Who else? We're going to show more clips, and we're going to show really the stuff that's on your various social media channels and streams and whatnot. But tell us, in terms of the project that you're working with, when you play with a band and you're playing with a duo and whatnot, tell us the contrast and comparison of playing with a full band versus a duo, and sometimes you do single. What are the pros and cons and the differences as you see it in your own experience?
Well, obviously, the less people, the simpler the setup is, the sound. It takes minutes instead of hours. You know, sometimes with a bigger band, we have sound issues, and we want to, be able to hear ourselves, at all times, be able to, sing the right harmonies. And so, and sometimes, the vocalists get drowned out by the instrument instruments if the sound guy doesn't know what he's doing. So, or we can't hear ourselves. It's sound issues can make or break a band too. So we've had lots of instances where we've had bad sound, and unfortunately sometimes that reflects on us, and we don't like that when that happens. It's unfortunate, but so sound guys out there, hopefully you pull up your socks. You've had a lot of time off, so
we need you. We depend on you. Please do your
we do.
Do your magic.
Make us sound
good. So listen, I'm going to probably play this thing called, your other single called You Don't Get to Win. Now, there's one that says lyric video. Is that the version we want to go with on your YouTube channel?
Yeah. I'm actually in the process of going to be videoing an official video this weekend. Yeah.
Cool.
So that'll be fun.
So if that is the correct version, maybe go ahead and do a quick intro while I bring it in here, and we'll play it for our viewers.
Okay, well,
tell us a bit more about it.
Sure, yeah. I wrote this song with a good friend, my friend Bobbi-Jayne Stacey. We got really close after her surgery. She had lung cancer, had a lung taken out, and she said she wanted to write a song, so we did, and we wrote it in March during the height of the coronavirus, and she said, let's record it, and so we did, April 26th, but unfortunately, even with her fighting will and spirit, she was unfortunately admitted to the hospital the next day, and that's where she stayed before she passed away on May 10th, Mother's Day. But she fought an awesome fight, and this song is her legacy, and she hasn't had a proper funeral, so this song is a tribute to my friend.
I'll hit play here. Let me know if you can hear the sound.
I'm not gonna fear you. I'm not running scared. I'm gonna face the fire. One-on-one is fair. Don't invade my space here. You weren't invited in. It's a painful uphill battle, but it's a war.
Fantastic, fantastic. That's wonderful there, my friend. I am.
Thanks. Yeah, that's my newest single, so
Hmm.
I'm really happy.
Well, I wanted to post this little message here and tell me if I get it right. In terms of the name, I think this is the correct spelling. Is that correct on your screen there? It says
I
in
don't see
memory.
anything.
Okay. Perhaps you don't see that particular. It says in memory of Bobbi-Jayne Stacey. So I just wanted to
Yes.
have that text on
Oh,
screen there. Yeah.
yeah.
So thank you for sharing that. Now, um, what what I'd like to maybe talk about is so in your music career, I'm sure there's times where you were quite full time at it, where you didn't have any other kind of work outside of music, and there were times that you were kind of multitasking and making things work and whatnot. Tell us your perspective on that. Completely full time where there's no other job but music and music only, versus times in your life where you have to do some other stuff as well. Maybe just give us some of your thoughts on that.
Well, it's really important to have balance and, uh, balancing family. I have two beautiful girls, and they are first and foremost. Um, but there was a time that, a few, like about 4 years ago, I had like, two jobs because I also teach.
Hmm.
So I had a full time, well, practically full time job, plus the teaching, plus the two girls, plus two really busy bands at the time. So there was
Hmm.
really a lot of organization. It was very. If I didn't write it down, it didn't get done because
Mm.
it's very important for me to keep on track because I handle the business too.
You were a
With my band.
well-oiled machine, and everything has to be kind of all queued up, right? Scheduled in.
Oh yeah, yeah. I live by my day timer, and I'm a writer. I always have my pen and paper, and I have as much as I like technology, I don't really, I prefer paper, paper day timers, so I can scribble. I can, I journal a lot. I have get ideas, and so yeah, yeah. But no, it is very important to find balance, and luckily, you know, with the Dirt Road Angels, like they're some of my best friends, and I'm so happy to be, taking the stage with them on in August, our first gig in like months
Hmm.
since February 1st, actually.
Yeah.
And I'm in Shyla's wedding party, and
Hmm.
so yay, that'll be fun at the end
Yeah.
of September. So, but yeah, I don't know what to say other than it's, I tried to not be in the music. Like, I took about 5 or 6 years to just raise kids, and
Hmm.
I wanted them to, I wanted to be hands on with them because, I wanted to be able to see their first steps and hear their first words and all that kind of stuff. I didn't want to miss a thing. But then,
Just like that
being,
song from Aerosmith, right? I don't want to miss a
yeah,
thing.
that's right, absolutely.
Hey, we have
But
some
then,
more comments here from so
okay.
Lorella Lynn says hi and with love and
Hi.
clapping, and Tracy Wells here chimed in here as well. She says, "Yeah,
Aw,
pretty
she's
lady."
an amazing singer.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm so blessed to have all these amazing singers like rooting for me. Thank you and saying hi, and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they're
Loretta
awesome.
says congratulations on your single, and Linda chimed in here again, and yeah. So tell us in terms of uh, if you project out, let's say, 1 or 2 years into the future, COVID, being the context, let's just say we get over COVID in some way, shape, or form. What's your vision for the next couple years of your musical journey? Any sort of things that are not top secret that you're willing and able to share with folks here that you might be excited about?
Well, I definitely plan on continuing releasing music with the Dirt Road Angels.
Hmm.
I also want to release more solo singles too, just because I had the writing bug, you
Mm-hmm.
know. We had the writing bug, and I had the. I'm getting all these messages. Sorry.
It's tough to be popular. It's tough to be popular and loved, my friend. Enjoy it.
Sorry. It's like, don't you know I'm doing an interview? Jeez, Danita. Just kidding. Where are you? So anyway, no. What was the question again?
As you look, as you look into the next couple years, you know,
Yeah.
assuming COVID will stabilize and we're going to kind of get out of it and whatnot. Do you have any exciting vision that you are willing and able to share with folks that's not top secret right now, or is it kind of on the same path and just cruise along?
Oh yeah, like as much as I like to, you know, foresee the future, you just kind of have to go with the flow. I mean, we had to do this strange adaptation of during the whole coronavirus thing. You know, sometimes best laid plans just don't work out, and so. But I do plan on releasing more music. I have a country EP all ready to go. Just need the money. Just need a grant, and or a big bag of money to fall from the sky into my lap, or a rich benefactor, or a record label. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I have plans to also record a hard rock album
Ah,
too. So
nice.
yes, I've dug deep for those. I can't wait to release some of those songs. Those are really raw and emotional, yeah, songs from, you know, because I have released music in the past on 3 albums, but that was then and this is now. You know, I have a much different perspective on life. I've grown up a little bit, or
Mm.
not. But I see things differently, and you know, time changes everybody, and I have changed a lot. So yeah, I can't wait to share some of that stuff. But I
Yeah.
would love to go on tour. I've been asked to go on tour next year with another artist. So we'll see. Like there's just the sky's the limit, and if you can just dream it, you can achieve it. That's
There
what I
you
say.
go. There you go. We'll stamp that with your name on that little quote there. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. Nobody. Now, here's a question for you. I want to
Yes,
dig a
I
little.
came up with that all by
There you
myself.
go, all by yourself, completely brand new. Let me ask you. You mentioned that you changed, and of course, I'm not surprised. We all evolve and whatnot. But I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit and ask you, what are
Sure.
3 things or 3 aspects or 3, you know, I guess 3 things that you would think of that has changed over the years and whatnot. And if you can just share those with our viewers, that would be great. 3 things that have changed over the years, and just comment on them a little bit. That would be great.
3 things that have changed me as a person.
That have changed for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
sure.
mentioned.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. The 3 things that have really changed me was my divorce,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, so heartbreak is, you know, it just kind of opens your eyes, and you see things differently. You see things for who you see people for who they are,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes you see the reason why things don't work out. You
Mm-hmm.
know, some people just aren't meant to be, and some people are like oil and water, and some people I could go on and on. But yeah, like I think there just comes a time where you have to realize that, you know, people are who they are, and you can't change anyone. You can
Mm-hmm.
only change yourself. So I changed my situation. I wanted to be happier, so that's what I did, because you know, there was a lot of you know, I don't talk about this, but there was a lot of abuse. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why this is special, right? People will meet you at the performances, and they don't get to hear some of the stuff that we're hoping to hear from you. Anything that you're willing and able to share, of course, that would allow our viewers to understand, you know, again, a little bit more about you in the level that you're willing and able to share.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing that. Now, so that's one thing. The second thing, is there a second thing that that you kind of notice has changed over the years, and maybe just speak a little bit about that?
Oh, sure. Motherhood, definitely. It has changed me. It's not about me. It's about me and the kids and the girls and our happiness and, trying to raise them to be self-sufficient and not needy. And, you know, um, I mean, of course, they're kids, but, you know, they, they learn from us. So
Hmm.
we have to be the best role models as we can be. And I have a very different, like I'm not a 9 to 5er, so I have a different lifestyle.
You're an
But
entrepreneur and an artist. There
yeah,
you go.
and yeah, so but people, get the wrong idea about us performers or artists. They think we're just in it to get drunk and party. No, no, no. I'm in it for the music. It's
Yeah.
because I what I love to do, and I've always heard, that you know, you do what you love and the money will follow, and sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Hmm.
But yeah, and the third thing, oh gosh, I don't know. There's just so many things. Life, just life in general. The coronavirus has taught me a lot. Just to some it has allowed me to step back and get back to me. you
Hmm.
know I think a lot of people, some people don't like to be alone, and I love it. Maybe a little bit too much, I don't know. I just
It's a
you
nice
know
balance. Nice
things.
balance. When you have to often be in front of people all of the time with your performances, and when you do enjoy it. I'm kind of like that. A lot of people think that I'm an extrovert, and I am, but I also enjoy my alone time very much. So I call it really just being
Yeah.
in the moment, being in the present. So if I'm with 1,000 people, I enjoy being with 1,000 people. If I'm with my bandmates, I enjoy being with the bandmates. If by myself, I enjoy being by myself. My family. So I think it's one of those things that. Some people have the ability to just go with the flow rather than I can't be happy unless I'm by myself, or I can't be happy unless I'm with a whole lot of people, and it's one or the other. So I think it's really a nice situation when we find ourselves to be able to enjoy life regardless of whatever the company.
100. Yeah, 100%. I took I write in solitude a lot, and that's when I rarely ever turn on the TV. It's just noise to me, and sometimes I do want to know what's going on in the world, so I will watch the news, but it depresses the heck out of me. Oh my god.
Is
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So that's the second thing. Thank you for sharing that. Tell us the third thing. Third thing that
that was the third
yeah.
thing. The third
What,
thing
what
was the coronavirus. Motherhood was the second, and the
oh,
first
see.
thing was heartbreak and divorce.
See, I'm just like a typical guy. I didn't quite listen carefully enough. I thought that was two. Maybe I'm just bad at counting. Maybe I'm just bad at counting. Either bad at
That's
counting.
okay. You don't want a fourth?
Do you have one? Do you have one?
No, I don't.
Okay. You've done your dues. We got three. So let's
Life
go.
change, just life. Life
Life.
is changes everybody every day with every decision you make. It's just yeah, it's your life is in your hands with every single decision. And I think that, like I used to worry a lot, but
Mhm.
what's the sense in that?
Yeah.
Like things are going to happen as they should.
Yeah.
It's either fate, but there fate and free will. There's yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still
Well,
trying to
you know
figure that
what?
out too.
Dahlia, we can refer to this interview more than in any other. I've done about 65 guests so far, right? So since April 21st, when I started with this weekday interview, there's been about 65 guests, and this here,
Wow.
I can honestly say, Dahlia, this is an up close and personal.
Yes, it is. It really is.
You have beat the rest of them to that. Nobody have ever been that up close and personal. So that's wonderful. I was
Well,
just kidding.
thank you.
Just kidding. Yeah. I'm going to share
You know
another
what?
video.
Like the thing. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And then you go ahead, Delia.
Oh no, you got to be authentic. You got to, I don't know. People don't. A lot of people, because I'm kind of like what you said.
Hmm.
Actually an introvert. Introvert. I'm an extroverted introvert. I need a lot of alone time to recharge.
Hmm.
But when I'm out and about, I do enjoy myself. I enjoy life. I enjoy fun and friends and seeing people, and so that's Yeah, but every once in a while you need that break. And so this whole coronavirus thing has given me the opportunity to have a little bit of a staycation because I was going, full tilt there for a while. It was quite, I was on the verge of burnout, I think. So this was nice.
Yeah.
And
Well,
yeah, it's nice.
you're like a high performance rocket, and high performance rockets do require some sophisticated charging to be done when it gets back to the station, right?
That's funny. Oh my God. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe. I don't know. But I like living on the edge. What can I say?
Yeah. We're going to play another song for our viewers here. Tell me, there's various versions of this, but so there is a version here. I'm looking at the "Need to Know You," "Need You Now," by Lady Antebellum. That you and Alan cover, but there's various variation. Which one would you like me to show if you can see it from the phone there that you're at?
Oh, the very top one.
Top.
The one underneath, I think that was like the one that we. Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago. I should probably take that one off. Oh my God.
Our viewers, we're going to give you the top drawer stuff. Nothing but top drawer material here. So.
Thank you.
All right. So here we go. We're going to hit play. Again, tell me if you can hear the sound, because music is always slightly better with sound, I think. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can.
Picture perfect memories scattered all around the floor. Reaching for the phone 'cause I can't find it anymore. And I wonder if I ever cross your mind. For me it happens all the time. It's a quarter after one, I'm all alone and I need you now. Said I wouldn't call, but I lost all control and I need you now. And I don't know how I can do without. I just need you now. Another shot of whiskey, can't stop looking at the door. Wishing you come sweep the bed the way you did before. And I wonder if I ever cross your mind. For me it happens all the time. It's a quarter after one, I'm a little drunk and I need you now. Said I wouldn't call, but I lost all control and I need you now. And I don't know how I can do without. I just need you now. Whoa, whoa. I'd rather hurt than feel nothing at all. It's a quarter after one, I'm all alone and I need you now. And I said I wouldn't call, I'm a little drunk and I need you now. And I don't know how I can do without. I just need you now. I just need you
Fantastic.
Thank you.
How long
You
ago
know,
was this? And was this just in sort of at home somewhere, I would imagine?
that's in Alan's studio, in his basement studio there. We do a lot of videos there, and to promote our duo, the Dahlia and Alan duo. And so, yeah, sometimes we like to just get together and jam, and we kind of have a video. He does great videos, so I thought, what the heck, The thing about that song, I don't know if I should go in there and be changing Lady Antebellum to Lady A now. Did you hear about that controversy?
No, I have not.
Well, yeah, no. I think that there is a negative connotation. They think that there's a negative connotation with their name, and so they changed it to Lady A and are suing the original Lady A to use that name.
Mm,
And it's just this big convoluted thing. I don't mind the name. I think that they should have just did their due diligence in the beginning.
mm,
Why did they even choose that name? I don't know.
mm.
I like, and then same with the Dixie Chicks. They're no longer the Dixie Chicks. They're just called the Chicks because of a negative connotation with the whole racism thing. And
I've been so out of touch. I've been so out of touch. I did not know about these news.
yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. Like, obviously they're not racist and they don't sing racist songs, and so I don't realize. I don't know. It's just kind of weird, but
Mhm. Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
To
yeah.
their own.
Well, you know what? I think in every generation, I can imagine in every generation, there will always be things that happen that people talk about, controversy and whatnot. So I think in our generation and age, we're certainly not exempt from that. There's certainly lots of discussion there. So tell us more uh, about the duo. You said Alan and you have been performing for over 20 years. Let's do a deep
Yeah,
dive into this duo setup that obviously
yeah,
something is correct, something is working well for it to be lasting 20 years and beyond here. Tell us more about this duo.
yeah. Okay, so we started playing when we were 5.
Mhm.
So, so yeah, 20 years later, here we are. We just have a really good friendship, and we respect each other a lot. We just jive really, like, our, I don't know, we have the same musical taste. We like country. We like to rock it out. We like a variety of music, and yeah, he's always been very loyal and supportive of anything I've ever done. And he's just a great person. And, I get along with his family, and,
Mhm.
and they are very great supporters too. Like, his family comes out to almost all of our gigs. And, I've adopted them as my own family because I don't really get to see my family at my gigs
Mhm.
at all. So
Mhm.
very often, I miss my dad a lot. Actually,
Mhm.
on the 27th of July, it'll be his third heavenly birth date,
Mhm.
and he and my mom always used to come out to all my gigs, and I
Mhm.
just miss them. I miss seeing his smiling face at my gigs. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
but
it is special that you've had that because some artists,
yeah,
some musicians don't have never had that where one
no,
or more of their parents took an interest to come to their events, right? So I mean that's
yeah,
precious in my mind. In my mind, when a family member such as parents or
yes,
children or significant others take an interest in our music, to me,
yeah.
money can't buy that.
That's right. And my kids are my biggest fans too. They stalk me on YouTube, and they're
uh,
like, what is she up to now? And yeah,
yeah,
but unfortunately, like, they don't get to see a lot of live performances because in the past they have been in bars, but
yeah.
now with everything online,
Mhm.
they get to see me perform more.
Yeah. Hey,
But with
Are
sorry,
you
go ahead.
are you able to say to your kids somewhere in the past where you say, "I was country when country wasn't cool"? Are you able to say that to them with a straight face? Able to say that? What?
I don't know. I don't know.
Mm, yeah.
I don't know if I could say that. I don't know. I like country. That's the thing. I like it. I like rock. I like it all. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
grew up with a lot of country. In fact, like, my dad, like, he liked Kenny Rogers, and so
Oh,
I think there's a recording of me actually singing The Gambler
Oh,
by Kenny Rogers when I was 5, and then of course
wow.
my mom taught me to sing, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and that's
Yeah.
it's just such a beautiful song. So
Yeah.
I sing that one a lot of retirement homes, and they love that one too.
Yeah. When I first came to Canada, my first kind of musical possession was a little cassette tape of Don Williams. And, in those days, you just have one cassette tape and you listen to it over and over and over and over again because that's all you had. There was no internet or streaming services, right?
Yeah, my dad had a bunch of 8 tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
I listened to all those, and my mom had tons of vinyl. So I was always listening to music. And yeah, like you're right. Like we didn't have, a lot of channels back then. We didn't have the technology. So we got to listen to actual full-length albums. And so that was like so awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back in the day, it was always an album. It was rarely singles. I mean, of course, we did get singles every once in a while, but now it's a singles driven world, and
Yeah.
music
Right.
has changed.
Yeah.
We make 0.00318 cents per stream on Spotify. Seriously, it's like, what? Huh? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
we used to make $1.99 per track, but now
Yeah.
so
And
we need the whole world to listen to our songs to be able to make.
But back then it didn't cost $1.99 for a donut either, But
Yeah, I know how times have changed.
what
Yes.
I like to do is just spend a minute or so just looking at your website. Tell us what's on your website. If our viewers now and later go to your website, what might they find of interest? I'm going to just make it kind of feature it here, and we can just take a quick perusal through it. Tell us about
Oh, well, it's not really my life story, but kind of. There's pictures, there's video. They can go to all my, social media. But there's a little, there's some, I think I need to update that a little bit, but I'm going to be adding some more interviews. I'm going to be adding more, the articles that have shaped me, and, because I've done a lot in my past that I haven't really shared in a long time, like in one specific spot. Like sometimes on Facebook, I'll share little nuggets here and there, but it gets lost in the shuffle. So it's nice to have an actual home base, to share all these things. And, I haven't done a lot, but I've done some stuff, and I want to share it,
Yeah.
my experiences.
I love the photos. You have great photos on here, and you're right. It's a great home base where it's not cluttered by all of the posts and responses and comments. It really is another way of looking at the journey, right? In a bit of a condensed way, right?
Yeah, I want to put some pictures up when I was when I was singing as a kid. I remember when I was 5, I did my first concert in St. Walburg. As a kid, I sang my first song. It was a Filipino song. I didn't even know what the hell I was singing, but my mom did. But I remember being so nervous, and we also did a candle dance, and it was just my mom taught me how to sing, and I she's definitely a music lover, and so I owe my love of music to her, and the fact that she always had music playing. So I really like that. I think there's a picture of me performing on stage when I was 5. So I'm gonna add that.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to ask you a question. It loops back to what you said earlier about having not win the karaoke contest there, and you went on to bigger and much better thing and whatnot. But karaoke was where it's at back then, and then you mentioned was born in Philippines and being Filipino. I want to tell you something. Being Vietnamese, born and raised in Saigon, Vietnam, back in the 60s there, I can tell you that our Vietnamese community here, all over the world, in fact, are extremely into karaoke. And I posted
Yeah.
the other day on Facebook, I says, is there any other group, ethnic group that love karaoke more than Vietnamese? And I was told Vietnamese have nothing on Filipinos when it comes to
Yes.
karaoke. Is that right? Because the
That's what
Filipinos
I've
will
heard.
give us a run for our money, is what I heard.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, no, my mom loves karaoke, and I'm like, okay, mom, we'll sing karaoke. And actually, that's what we did when we went to the Philippines, and it's nice. You know, she loves singing her ABBA songs. Her favorite song is Fernando, and
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to sing that one for her live. Just to surprise the heck out of her. But no, yeah, the Filipinos love, and you know, they have really amazing voices too. And
Yeah.
you know, when I was there, we stayed in a hotel that had nightly entertainment, like in the hotel, in the lobby, and also in the in the restaurant. It was awesome. It was I was surrounded by music, and of course my family said, go up there and sing, sing, sing. I'm like, oh, for Pete's sakes, I'm supposed to be on vacation. But of course,
Tell you a quick story. So I used to have clients. I used to travel all over North America for my work, and I have clients in city and county of Honolulu was actually one of my clients. So I would go there in Honolulu. My first client trip visit in Honolulu, guess what my clients took me for the evening? They took me to a karaoke bar where you basically have a room all booked and you order food that comes in and you just sing in there just within your own group. And then after that, they were not done with that. They took me to a bar where one of my people that I work with, this client representative, actually own a pub, and he does own a karaoke pub. And so we continue with the karaoke until like 2 a.m. in the morning. They're big into karaoke over there too.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Well, I used to be a karaoke hostess when I was 18, and I worked at Mr. Entertainment once upon a time.
Oh yes.
Shortly after I graduated from Grant MacEwan, and yeah, it was like I was their karaoke hostess, trying to lure them into Mr. Entertainment because we were right by the ice rink back then.
Yeah,
And
I remember.
yeah,
That was
yeah, so
that.
that's fun.
That was the place where I bought one of my first guitar. It was
Oh.
yeah, it was a Mann Les Paul, Mann, right? One of those sort of copies. But so, anything else to highlight about your website before we continue beyond there, Dahlia?
Sorry, what was?
Anything more on the website that you want to mention?
Oh, yeah, no, they can just go to my website and peruse it, but I will be updating it a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's just brand new. My friend Dennis Bover, he created it, and he helped me out with it immensely. He's also a really great drummer. He's in our brigade band, and also he plays with the Cadillac Junkies, and sometimes fills in for the Villains and the Dirt Road Angels. So yeah, he's very multi-talented. He actually did the artwork for our Extra Dirty video, or sorry, our CDs. So yeah, he's very talented. But
Cool.
I will be updating it with more stuff. So go on there and check it out.
There you go. It is your kind of central station for all of the stuff. You can have links to all of the social media from there, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter, and you name it. And so that's great. Now, I like to ask you to introduce the next song that we're going to share. Tell us the story. You can tell us a really long story if you like, because really this is about getting to know you better. So definitely we're going to play some songs because music is always fun and healing and all of that. But the song that I'm thinking of showing is this song called The Story. So while I dig up the story, tell us the story behind the story.
Well, the story is that I did not write this song, but I wish I had. I heard this song on, I think it was a Grey's Anatomy. Like, I don't really watch the show, but I don't know how I heard this song. I heard this song and I just fell in love with it, and it's just so powerful. And it actually, I identify it. I resonate with this song immensely, with all the words that are, that are in the song itself. And there's a few versions of this song. I think Dolly Parton does a version, and so does Brandy Carlisle. But I think my favorite one is by Sarah Ramirez, and she was also on Grey's Anatomy. So, yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully you like the song.
Yeah. I'm going to bring it in here, and give me a second to go ahead. Tell us which one of these. Are we going to play the top drawer one again, or are we going to go for a bottom drawer this time?
There is just. Let's not go in the bottom drawers, okay? I should take the bottom drawer right out of there.
There you go. Which one? The top one as well?
Yeah, the top one, yeah.
Wonderful. See, our viewers is getting all the top drawer material today, so that's cool. That's cool.
All of these lines.
Let me start over. Let me know if you can hear sound right away.
Oh, I heard
All
it. Yeah.
of these lines across my face tell you the story of who I am. All of these stories of where I've been and how I got to where I am. These stories don't mean anything when you got no one to tell them to. It's true, I was made for you. I climbed across the mountain tops, swam across the ocean blue. I crossed all the lines, I broke all the rules. Baby, I broke them all for you. Oh, because even though I was flat broke, you made me feel like $1,000,000 you do. I was made for you. You see the smile that's on my mouth. It's hiding the words that don't come out. No, my friends think I am blessed. They don't know my head is a mess. No, they don't know who I really am. And they don't know what I've been through. But you do. I was made for you. And all of these lines across my face tell you the story of who I am. So many stories of where I've been and how I got to where I am. All of these stories don't mean anything, but you got no one to tell them to. It's true, I was made for you. Oh yes, it's true, I was made for you.
Fantastic. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. That's exactly like it is. You know, I'm not really forthcoming with a lot of stuff. But my music is going to. So,
Mhm.
hi, Danita.
Yeah, fantastic bandmate and yeah, fellow what's the word I was going to be fellow
He's my fellow
champion there of
McGonigle.
the music of the particularly the again, you guys have a lot of different kind of lady band combination, whether it's the Dirt Road Angel or various things. You guys, you know, what is it? Lady Power is well and alive in Edmonton there, I think.
Woo woo. Oh yeah, actually, and yeah, I forgot to tell my friend this. I've been working on a song called "The Power of a Woman," and I wrote it with my friend Judy Adams, and she doesn't know this unless she's watching right now, that I actually came up with the melody. So I will be sending that to her very soon. So hopefully she likes it. Um,
Is it the
yeah,
power of a woman?
the power of a woman. Yeah.
Let me just
So
display it on here. So, my friend, it is now in print. So you can't back out of releasing it now. The power of a woman has now been announced. This is like a pre-release. Everybody's going to see this and expect that coming soon.
oh no. Okay, can we rewind? No, just kidding. Yeah, no, I will release it at one point. Because it is a very personal, like we were going through the same thing at that time, and we got together at, where the hell were we? Buds for a drink and a gab session, and we wrote this song. And I feel really badly that it's taken, like we were both going through divorces at the time, and
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah,
so it needs to be sung. It needs to be out there, I think.
yeah. Did you see
You know, I
a comment there from Shelley Dubois?
oh, she's one of my favorites too. Oh, she's so sweet.
Yeah,
Her and Danita form, the sugar and spice duo, and they're so sweet. They've got this little band. They're gonna actually be releasing a new single very soon, and I'm supposed to be helping them out on Wednesday with their photo shoot. So
yes.
anyway, was I supposed to say that? Anything? I'm sorry, guys. But I'm just giving you a plug, okay? Don't hate me.
Yeah. And here's another plug. Sugar and Spice is gonna join us on this interview here on August. I think we landed on August 6th, I want to say, but I'm gonna double check
Good.
the schedule there. So, but yeah, so somewhere early August there. Of course, Danita
Awesome.
and Shelley is gonna join me in some conversation there as well. So tell me, Danita, tell me.
I'm Dahlia. I'm not Danita.
I'm looking at her name over here.
she once signed her name as Dahlia once.
There you go. I got all
We're like
these
practically the same person.
surrounded by powerful ladies all around. I got two screens going, and here's Shelley, and here's Danita, and here's so tell us, there you are. There you are.
Call me D.
There
Lady
you
D. How about that?
Tell you what. This being a Friday,
Yes.
Friday. I like to extend this conversation. Our viewers are loving it now, and I'm sure our viewers will love it later when they watch the replay. Do I have to get my people to contact your people and negotiate some sort of overtime kind of a thing, or are we okay to
That's
just
a great idea.
decision to just go ahead?
No, we can go. I should have put more Baileys in my coffee. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have any. But I have another cup ready to go. So yes, we can extend.
You've come prepared. You're just a professional.
Of course.
You're a professional at these things. Let me just see here. There's a few more comments that I wanted to make sure that we see. And so Shelley is having fun there. That's great. Danita is having fun as well. So that's good because, well, folks, Shelley and Danita, you kind of know what this is about. So if you back out and cancel the date of the interview for yours, I would understand. At least you checked in and see how we're doing here. And so Linda, of course, she adores you, my friend.
We'll do that tonight, Linda. Listen, Linda, we're gonna do that tonight, okay?
All right. There's just all these names flashing around. So I'm a human being. I can make a mistake and call you the wrong name here.
That's okay. Yeah, no, I've been called worse. So
I'm going to go with my excuse of English is my third language. So that's what I'm going to do. Actually, I got to tell you, when I came to Canada, you guys, talk so fast. That's one phenomenon. And another phenomenon is you guys look all the same to me.
That's hilarious.
Fast and you all look the same to me.
Well, I'm not just Filipino. okay, on my mom's side, Filipino, Spanish. There's maybe a little bit of Chinese in there, and then on my dad's side, I'm English and Irish. So I got it all. So yeah, it's
Woohoo.
weird.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Shelly has been watching this video and she's still coming to the interview. So that's cool. We're doing well.
Yay! We
They,
didn't scare her off.
we're doing well because, they have seen a taste of it and they're not backing out.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hello, Danita Lovely.
Tell us.
Yeah.
So we've extended our time here so we can continue until we kind of feel like you're out of coffee or whatever it is that you're drinking there. So that's cool.
It's coffee. I should have bought Bailey's for this, but no, that's okay.
Yeah.
Bailey's is bad for the voice because it just kind of gums it all up.
Yeah. Let me put you on the spot for a moment by saying, if you finish this interview and you did not share a particular story, a particular idea, or a particular sentiment, or a particular song, you would say, "Oh, I wish I would have." Do you have one of those? A story, a song, or a sentiment?
I do have a story.
See, people watching.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I when I was, oh gosh, back in the day when us Wakefield kids used to get together for family functions, we'd all go to my grandparents' basement and sing songs. And I would I actually, would start a band. My sister would be up there, and my cousin Heidi and my cousin Jeremy. He was like usually the drummer. My cousin Heidi swears to me that I wasn't allowing her to sing. She was only allowed to hum. Which I don't think I was that mean, but of course I was the lead singer, and so we would put these little shows on, and I think I was maybe 7 or 8. I don't know. I can't remember. It was back in the day, but there's pictures, there's proof, and anyway. I had the great idea to charge my family like 5 cents to get in. So we said we would say like, okay, the show is almost ready. Like we'd actually rehearse, and then we'd tell our family to come down, and somebody would take their money. And so I was like an entrepreneur like back then. But then I do want to say this, that I guess my Auntie Connie didn't really like our performance because I was told to give the money back. And I'm like, what? I'm just saying, we were just trying to make a buck. And I don't even know if we made a buck.
There you go. You're a serious entrepreneur when you're taking your money from your family.
Yeah, I guess I should have. I guess, yeah, we should have probably done it for free for at least once.
I was just kidding. That's awesome. That's awesome. To have all of that is awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Now, I see that Loretta Lynn have said, I have to head out, but this has been a great interview. Awesome. So, folks have been enjoying. We're doing not bad, my friend. We're doing not bad. We are keeping our head above water. Keeping our head above.
Worse if you want.
There you go. Now, we want to be doing better. So tell us how we can do better, Dahlia. Do you want to show another video clip? Do you want to tell a long and insightful story? Do you want to, where do you want to go next? Where do you want to go next? We added some time to the clip, my friend.
I don't know. I just guess that, I guess I could tell a little bit about, my backstory, how I did take vocal lessons when I was when I was a lot younger, but I was so shy. And I remember singing at, I think, the Kiwanis Music Festival, and I just totally bombed because I lost my voice. It was like it was there and then it wasn't, and it was like I let the nerves take control of me. I think it was 6 or something like that, and so it's funny because as a kid, I knew I wanted to do something in music. I just didn't know what. And my mom, I wanted to take guitar lessons, but my mom bought a piano instead, and I was forced to take lessons. No, but I liked taking lessons. I just didn't like the lessons that I took. Because I knew back then that I wanted to do pop music. So I do remember standing up for myself and saying, "Look, teacher, I want to do what I want to do. And
Mm.
so she allowed me to do that. So I remember the last recital that we played, everybody was doing their Mozart and Bach and Beethoven, and here I was doing boom, 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 ba-da-dum. I was playing the Fame. I was, that theme.
Oh yeah, Fame. I'm
Yeah,
gonna live forever. I'm gonna
yes,
learn how to fly.
I I played that one. So that was kind of, that was my insight that I wanted to do pop music,
Mm.
whether yeah. So back then, when I think I was 10 or 11 maybe back then. So
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah, but I think that the piano lessons really did help me uh, with my ear and with harmony, because I love to sing harmony, and that's why I love singing with the Dirt Road Angels. We just sing like it's effortless. Like
Mm.
we know where, I usually take the bottom. I like singing, the
There's that
low
bottom
notes.
drawer again.
There's
There's
the
a
bottom
theme here.
drawer, yeah. It's like everybody knows, like, yeah, usually Dahlia's on the bottom, Shiloh's on the top, and then but Shiloh and Karen, they both can sing top, like the fifth
Hmm.
or the lower harmony, and then if we forget, to do a specific harmony, somebody will just insert that wherever, and so yeah, we know each other, and that's really cool to be able to do that, to be able to, you know,
Yeah.
um, if somebody forgets their lyrics, somebody's always there to,
Yeah.
lyric. Shyla's the lyric queen.
Mm.
It's like, if you don't remember a lyric, you look at Shyla, because she will mouth them to you on stage.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like being on a hockey team, except a little bit maybe a bit less violent.
Yeah,
Violence.
a lot less violent. We don't like to just, check each other on stage. No, we can't. We have to be socially distanced.
So you know what? Here, you see this site that I'm showing here, this page here.
Oh,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm going to have you talk about it in just a moment here. But here's what I say. You can have wonderful, awesome, audiences, and we can have wonderful show, huge show, but you're not legit until, the paper writes about you, right?
Yeah, I guess
Just
so.
kidding.
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
kidding. Tell us about this. Tell us about this article.
I don't remember it. That's the thing.
Well, let's refresh
I
your
sent
memory.
it to you.
What did they say?
Because I was Googling myself and I came across it, and so it was like, holy crap, this is old.
There you
So
go.
yeah, it's got a lot of old pictures, and when I was just starting out, those pictures are from my second album photo shoot, which was really fun. I think photo shoots are a lot of fun,
Yeah.
just almost as fun as recording. But I love to record. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I
Well,
love it all.
some of these photos is right at home in Hollywood there, my friend. Like literally, it could be. I don't know why I think of Jersey Shore, but one of those
Oh my
movies,
god.
one of those shows we see on TV.
Oh jeez. Well, that is thanks to oh gosh, Grant Olson. He does great pictures. Yeah, he does like a lot of fashion model stuff,
Oh,
and
I wonder
he
if that's.
actually he
Go
actually
ahead.
did a couple of pictures that we've shared of the Dirt Road Angels. We had a great shoot.
Hmm.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
4 years ago. Holy cow, time just flies. And those
Yeah.
ones, yeah, were from like 2004. Holy crap.
Yeah. And so during your Googling of yourself, self-Googling, or shall we call it that, during your self-Googling, you were able to find
Self Googling.
that sounds okay. Well, let me back up from that. During your searches, your uh,
Yes.
internet searches, let's call it that, you found some more here. So I guess the main thing is you do what you do, and then the media does what they do, and you sometime once in a while I Google myself as well, and yeah, it's kind of interesting what you find. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's yeah, I do it to make sure that everybody's, not saying bad things, and you know, I I'm grateful for any anything written about me in a good, positive light.
Hmm.
And, because it's hard being an independent artist. Uh,
Danita Lynn chimed in and says, "You have great bottom drawer." Laugh out loud.
Janita! So do you, girlfriend.
Okay, I'm going to be a distracted host very soon here, and I'll be saying things that I probably want to delete afterwards. But let me see here. Love your music too, is what Linda says.
Oh, she's so sweet. Yeah, I can't wait to see their performance or their interview as well. Yeah, this is
Hmm.
a lot of fun,
Yeah.
because I don't really get to, I haven't seen people for a very long time.
Hmm.
And I actually just saw my mom. My kids got to see their grandmother, just a few weeks ago, because of this whole coronavirus thing. She lives in Lloydminster, and it was nice to be with a family. And, I get to see some of my other sisters as well in next month. So I can't wait. It'll be great because, this whole thing has really, made us feel a little bit distant, and I don't like feeling like that. But it's
Yeah.
good to
Well,
to ground yourself and get centered again, and then
you bet.
hopefully the world smartens up and
Hmm.
opens up, and
Yeah.
yeah.
With a new reality, there's always new things that are possible that otherwise would not have been possible.
That's
Frankly, if
right.
it wasn't for COVID, we wouldn't be here chatting like this. So I see this as an opportunity that COVID has afforded us to kind of just pause and do something that we otherwise wouldn't have time to do and wouldn't think of doing. And so life is always about assessing the reality where it's at and not where we want it to be, but where it's at, and see how can we best squeeze the juice out of it, right?
That's right. And I know that for a fact that some of my online shows, reached an audience that it wouldn't normally reach,
Hmm.
by playing in the bars, only, 18 and over can see us. And now a whole bunch of people from all over the world can take my
Hmm.
shows in,
Hmm.
but it's still better to play live. I really do feed off of the crowd, and I
Hmm.
love seeing people dancing and having fun. And
Yeah.
I miss those days,
Yeah.
but hopefully
I
there's.
think I think the future is going to be. I think the future is going to be blended events for the mass. Okay, let me explain. We all understand the David Letterman show, how they have an audience in the studio, but really the bigger audience is actually out there in the broadcast and whatnot. We all know that concerts also have broadcasts, perhaps live, but those things they always required a lot of money and a lot of expertise to do it at the level.
Mhm.
With the technology the way it's working here, it's going to actually make that accessible to all of us who care to take that in, whereby you would actually perform to a live crowd. But why stop there? That live crowd could actually be, along with you, the artist, be broadcasted to a larger group who also enjoy it in a different format, in a format that was compatible for them because they could not come to the arena or whatever. So I think the idea of a blended event is where our future is going to be. If I said to you 20 years ago that YouTube would appear and it would be a relevant thing, many of us say, why do we need YouTube? We already got TV. Why do you need YouTube? Well, YouTube has made a thing for itself, right? So I think this is one of those as well. Love it or hate it, it has ushered in this idea of blended events for the masses, not just for the David Letterman and for the big kind of concert, folks, but it's accessible to all of us who want to make use of that, I think.
I think that's a great idea. Absolutely. And for the people that have to pay to attend our concerts and live our live concerts,
Mhm.
yeah, why can't the people all over the world, they can pay a little
Mhm.
premium, and then that's another source of revenue for the artist.
You bet.
Absolutely. I think we have to start thinking outside the box a
Mhm.
lot more these days, especially as indies, and we gotta figure out different revenue streams, and because it's hard to get on the radio as a
Mm.
as an indie.
Yeah.
It seems like, I don't know if there's payola. I don't know, but we don't want to talk about that. How about
Yeah.
that? But
You know, I parallel to remember when, if you can imagine, every major world war, you would think a world war is a significant event, kind of at the level of the virus that we have right now, in a different way, but nonetheless a huge, significant, world impacting event. However bad it was, and however sad it was, after the war, there was a whole lot of rebuilding activity. There were things that were focused on in ways that they never were focused on before the war. So the war as a major world event has changed that. And I think COVID as a major world event is also going to change things. So the question is, are we going to focus on the new reality? Are we going to be sad about what is no longer the case? And I think I would choose to look at the new reality. This, soon we'll get to that post-war kind of a time with COVID, and we get to rebuild in whatever we want to. And those of us who can see the future for what it could be, I think we'll have a more fun, I think.
That's right. There's always new growth from any tragedy or significant world event. And yeah, you can choose to wallow in self-pity, or you can, rise up and think forward, think futuristic, and just kind of, like do what's best for everybody and do what's best for you. But yeah, I really like that idea of embracing change. Change is hard, but you got to do it. Life changes every day, and so you just have to roll with the changes. That's all you can do.
So with that, my friend, I'm going to leave it to you to take us out in whatever way you want. You could take it you could take 2 hours to take us out if you want. You could be, half an hour. You could be 5 minutes, 1 minute. I'm going to have you take us out. When we're done with kind of the whole thing here, I would like to have you just stay on for a couple of minutes, and I'll just have a cheer with you here in the green room before we adjourn. So don't hang up after you. But before we have you take us out, and again, don't feel rushed. You have as much time as you like, okay? I'm just giving you the wheels. You can drive us wherever, and I'll be a willing passenger, okay? So you're going to take us out. But before that, I want to thank our viewers who have tuned in live here, as well as the viewers who will tune live later to actually watch and maybe comment even after the show, so that you can see the love that they have for you in this community here. This is intended to be a community building, so hopefully we'll have some of that even after this live broadcast here, folks. And for those of you who've been able to join us in the live broadcasting, hanging on here at about an hour and 38 minutes already into the conversation here. Thank you. Now 30 minutes. I told you it would go by fast. So thank you so much for your participation. And so with that, I'm going to say it is now Dahlia show to take us out in whatever way you want to, however long you want. I'm just going to listen.
Okay, well, I guess, you know what? Why not? Why don't I sing a tiny little bit to my fans and friends and family that have supported me throughout this long journey of my musician life. Okay? All right. I wish I would have prepared something. But let's see.
That's why we call it a conversation, not a performance. This was not a performance. Right. This is a conversation. I didn't say performances with Dune and Friends. I said conversations with Dune and Friends.
That's right.
So here we go.
I want to.
This thing just comes up in conversation. You're going to sing for us. There's some more love coming in here, but go ahead.
Oh, I feel the love. Okay, that's what I'll do. Okay, I'll sing a song. Well, just a part of a song, just because I have love for my fans too, and I'm feeling the love. So thank you. I will always love you. I will always love you. That's it. So I don't know. I do, and here's this one. Thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty, what can I be without a song or dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. That's for my mom.
Fantastic, fantastic.
A
So
little bit
that,
of ABBA.
there you go. Those are two songs that we were not expecting, and that's a bonus there for our viewers. For our viewers, that was a bonus. But you know what? Great things come in three. So I'm asking for an encore. And great things. That was two songs. Do you have another one up there? Do you have, just reach down to the middle drawer if you have to.
The middle drawer. Oh, good gosh. Okay. Let's see here. Oh my God. What? Oh, now you're really putting me on the spot. Holy cow. How about, okay, what would you like to hear? How about that?
Oh wow.
I'll put you on the spot.
I will request. This is my wife's favorite song, and well, it tied to her favorite movie, The Bodyguard. If you remember The Bodyguard with Kevin Costner, and if you're not into Kevin Costner, you might remember Whitney Houston. Well, there's a song from there. I will always.
I do it for you.
I will always love you, and
Well,
you
I
know.
just sang that one.
Oh. I have a brain thing. There was actually another song I was thinking of, and then all of a sudden I flash back to your thing. I want you to sing another song called "The Greatest Love of All." Do you know that one? Can you do that one?
Yeah, that's right.
That's the one I was thinking, and then it just slipped out. I don't know. You have a yeah. Okay.
How does it go?
I believe the children.
Oh yeah. I believe the children are future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody searching for a hero. Okay, how about this? I'm gonna jump to the bridge. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. I think that's it. That's all I remember. Okay. I'm reaching into 80s brain right now. So yeah, I love Whitney.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. So I think we're good for the duration here. I'm going to leave you to say a few words to say goodbye, and literally I'll actually cut us off right after you're done. I won't say a word. So take us out, my friend, with a few words to our viewers.
Oh, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for believing in me and buying my music and coming to our shows and taking the time out of your life to listen to mine. So I really appreciate everything. Thank you, Dune, as well. I really appreciate everything. This was really, really a lot of fun. I was so nervous. Yeah. Before, but not now. I'm relieved that it kind of went a little bit well. Yeah. So thank you so much for everything. And yeah. Wow. Thank you for everything.